Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant.
53 is mine. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. So we got man.
2nd and 9 now. Got a man. It's Brown. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Echo. Speed grip.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5 at the 14-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, seam 6, 5.
2nd and 5. And this is caught by Evans. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Here we go again.
22 jet bomber.
Now Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. On first down, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These two teams all tied after one.
Here we go. 120. Sunday. 80 weapon.
Jam. Switch it. Come here, switch it.
To throw again on second down. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. On third and long, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First down, Eagles.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And some space here. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 45 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
70, Indy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brandon Graham in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the screen.
Bravo.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you, son.
Ready.
Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. And that'll set them back 5. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check 9, check 9.
Go.
Wentz now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm.
Go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
60 outlaw.
Here I come.
Get.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down.
Let's go.
Go.
Number 53, Mike.
Big grip.
He'll look to throw. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 53. 6-man. Check curl.
They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he is all the way up past the 25. Second interception for him now here in this first half. You got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A big play there just before halftime. 69 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, we got Mike, number
2nd and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, I-7.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's just me and you.
Now.
They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Rasul Douglas picks it, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Safe.
Hey, Buck.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 44, Wentz, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Switch.
Other side, solid.
Now a give, right side. Swift, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, exit.
They'll look to throw here. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
55, Mike.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Alpha.
53 is the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
They're going to look to throw. He's got Evans. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
To 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Get it.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to spin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. Never blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now Wentz on third down. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Eagles 49, Buccaneers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a peak.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big.
As Sanders has it poked free. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be.
And he loses the football a second time. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 84 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
somewhere
somewhere
else. And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
It's 74.
Wentz now to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return will stop right around the 25. So after the INT, here's Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at